Hi there, this is Sam Kirkarudo and I'm with RiskIQ. Today we're going to cover one of the core use cases of the PassiveTotal platform. Threat investigators around the world use PassiveTotal to enrich their investigations using our unrivaled datasets. We take a unique approach to external threats and we deliver insights and automated intelligence about events, as well as giving analysts the ability to pivot through the data themselves, uncovering more and more of an adversary's related infrastructure. Today we're going to examine a URL that generated an event in our SIM. This URL is bjcurio.com. Now when we load the actual result in PassiveTotal, the first thing that we see is a heat map. This heat map basically shows us all of the different days of the last 6 months that we've seen resolutions of this particular URL. We also have a time bar here that allows you to go back as far as we have data about that particular DNS resolution. Below, you'll see the Resolutions tab. Resolutions are individual DNS records that we've captured using our passive sensors that are distributed across the world. Now these values reveal a history of how a domain or IP address changes infrastructure over time. It can be used to discover additional infrastructure as well as measure risk based on the levels of connection. We also see the Whois tab, which gives us all of the different registrant information for this particular domain. We can then use these different registration details in order to pivot to find additional threat infrastructure registered using the same information. The Subdomains tab provides fully qualified domain names that we've observed from RiskIQ crawling the web, as well as our passive DNS sensors. These host names can provide additional insights into additional infrastructure, as well as reveal potential themes based on the content. The Trackers tab are analytics codes, social network accounts, and other unique details extracted directly from the web page by RiskIQ's page crawlers. These values can provide additional insights into how additional infrastructure is related to any of these different analytics codes. For example, other properties that are associated with the same Google Analytics ID, tracking pixel, or ad networks. The Components tab are categorical properties derived from the technology that are used on a particular website. Captured items include details based on the web server, operating system, and web page content. These values can actually provide additional insight into the web technology for a crawled web page at a specific point in time. Our Host Pairs tab are unique relationships observed by RiskIQ when we crawl a web page. Each page has a direction of parent or child, and that cause outlines the relationship between the connection. These values provide insight into redirection sequences, dependent requests, or specific actions that might occur on a website. We have an OSINT tab, which is open source intelligence. OSINT is essentially data collected from the public records that detail specific threat actors, infrastructure, or attack campaigns that we've seen in the news. This data can also detail and reveal how infrastructure is related to malicious or non-malicious activity, as well as provide a deeper insight into the past raw data that we have. The Hashes tab are essentially files, both malicious and benign, that have been observed having a connection to a specific network, domain, IP address, or other related infrastructure to this domain. These values essentially provide potential research avenues for analysts and bring context to unknown infrastructure. Also, you'll find that we have a DNS tab. DNS records come from multiple different types depending on their function. Now these records can actually reveal additional infrastructure and email addresses related to a particular domain. By aggregating all of this different data, as well as allowing you to pivot across the different datasets, we give analysts the true tools that they need to do their complete job within a single platform. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at feedback@riskiq.com or submit feedback via passivetotal.org. Thanks for watching.